Galin here with the Chatham Journal. Coach Brown, it was, I can't call it a pretty win, but it was a win.
Yeah, a win's a win. Took a couple of bad shots here and there down the stretch, easy run-outs in transition, but they're still young. They're trying to figure out how to put a team away. But, give Northern a lot of credit. They didn't quit. They came back, made a run, which we knew they would. But I'm really proud of our guys of how they played in the first three quarters, offensively and defensively.
And I heard you, I think, during one of the timeouts when you were talking to teams, just telling them that you're still learning and getting to know each other. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, there was a couple of opportunities where, we could, throw a lob or, we should have seen someone we didn't. And, again, these guys have only been playing together for almost 2 months, and that's it. So, I mean, they're still learning each other. They're still learning where everyone's at on the floor, and, they'll get there soon enough.
Quick question on the first quarter. With about 54 seconds left, you called for them to go for one shot.
Yeah.
Is that like a learning opportunity, or why did you go ahead and do that?
Yeah. I mean, we always like to take the last shot in the quarters, play the possession, play the time. Always want to get an open layup during that time period. But, it will. We look at it as it will frustrate a defense if we run our segments, run a set, and get a really good shot and possibly score at the end of the quarter. That's really defeating for the opponent. So we practice it every single day. We're still not that good at it right now, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I figured that was what you're doing, because I think in the first time Troy elbowed one of the guys, and in the end, in the second one, it didn't quite go the full minute. But it's you have in a game like this an opportunity to be able to do that, I guess.
Exactly.
Your substitutions seem to be getting a whole lot better, and that's something we talked about, how throughout the season things are getting smoother for you.
Yeah.
There was a part in the second quarter where you kind of put in all your secondary players, and that didn't work out that well for you.
Yeah, I was again, seeing who could play with each other, who's, those guys who I did put in, they were working their tails off in practice. They did really good in practice. So, I reward the guys who play hard during practice and get them out there some game time experience.
I get the impression watching you coach that you're not just playing to win, you're playing to take opportunities to teach the guys the stuff that you do in practice. Is that pretty much your philosophy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't care what the score is. We play our style. We're always teaching our guys the right way to play. And, I take that pretty hard. And I know I'm pretty hard on the guys sometimes, but even if they're winning by 20, I want them to execute and do the right things.
Your hottest player today, Troy?
Yeah.
Four threes. I think tied Kobe's record for this season.
Yeah.
Kobe had 4 threes in one game.
Yeah.
He played overall very well for you.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's a solid player. He's always knows where to be at in the right spot. He's a returning guy from last year's team who got a lot of playing time, so he knows what it takes to win big games, and he comes up a lot in big time games like this.
A couple of games ago, we were talking about players that have improved. Keenan got to play a bunch today. Sitting from where I was sitting, it seemed that sometimes Keenan forgets how big he is and how big of a build he is, and doesn't seem to take advantage of it. There were a couple of times you were kind of encouraging him.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to get him a little bit more playing time, get him up and down the court a lot more, because I think that we can utilize him and Jaren at the same time. That's just a really 6'10", 6'8". Not a lot of high school teams have that, so we're trying to take advantage of it. And he's learning how to play both offensively and defensively right now, and he's getting a little bit more confident with it. But again, this is only his second year of playing basketball, so he's still learning. But I mean, man, he has gotten so much better. Even from last year, and even from last week, he's gotten better. So we're just going to keep developing him, keep playing him, and the more he plays, the better he'll get.
And you've got one more home game left. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. Versus East, and that's going to be a dogfight, and we'll have to start preparing for it tomorrow.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.